Now you are about to see with your own eyes every single Generation Alpha, Generation Z, Millennial, Generation X, what it looks like to live close to Jim Crow.
You voted for it. So in the words of Marvin Gaye, let's get it on. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the CMC show, Candid Melanin Conversation. I'm your host, Anthony Stewart, and DEI. I wanted to get into this thing right away and try to answer every little piece of it. But then after a day or so, I said, step back, take your time, let other people comment on it, and then try to pick out some of the main points that was very explainable for the layperson and people that don't know about it, and just try to put that into my deal and to try to hopefully educate people that may not know a lot about DEI, because the ops, all they're talking about is race. They're just saying that it's about black and white, and it is not, of course. So I want you to sit back, take a look, take a deep listen, and please leave me comments. I'm going to let it roll, and I'll see you on the next side. Let's check it out.
The narrative that we're seeing coming out of the Trump administration effectively says that every black and brown person is a DEI hire, which means unqualified, right? And that is a very dangerous message to send. We saw this with Ketanji Brown Jackson, the U.S. Supreme Court Justice. We saw this with Vice President Harris, where we are seeing this in so many different sectors where women of color, people of color generally, are being classified as unqualified, even though they are immensely qualified. And I think we will see a corrosive impact, not only in government, but in the private sector as well.
Joining us now, Chief Legal Analyst Colleen Frodes. Okay, so obviously some sweeping moves, but what does this mean for those workers who are on paid leave now and set to lose their jobs?
If this is a step into making America great again, those folks that are American citizens today are going to find out that they're going on paid leave, ultimately losing their job. This will be like the 50s and the 60s and the 70s all over again. There will be a number of challenges to the Supreme Court to say, is this something that can legally be removed in the manner in which it is? And I think the answer is going to be no. Now we've criminalized even the process of something that we think is supposed to be okay. Diversity now is this criminal, this dark. They were campaigning, calling it DIE, right? Not diversity, equity, and inclusion, but death. They wanted this program to die, and one way that you can make it die is make people hate it. 2 points that I'll make quickly before I get out of here. The first thing is I don't like the way that he's diminishing the hard work, the effort, the aptitude, the determination of folks. It's a dog whistle of saying these folks didn't deserve to be there. These women, these people of color, they got these jobs by not working hard for it, and because of that, we're getting rid of it. He's not saying that, but that's what he's saying, and that's problematic to the folks that are doing that job already, and that is something that is going to be a problem for years to come.
But a lot of the diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts is about recruitment. It's about taking the extra effort to go to a place that you might not go.
And when we talk about diversity, I think people often think it's just about race, but it's about a lot of things. People with disabilities, women, LGBTQ individuals, people in rural areas, people who are pregnant, all kinds of different aspects of this. But everything is getting kind of wiped away with a clean slate at this point. And the consequences are that things that you don't even know those individuals are working on will suddenly stop.
All of the work that people put in to create even what we got, which was not perfect, we are about to see, and I'm telling y'all it's happening, we are about to see not an erosion of what we built up. You are about to see an economic catastrophe that will take another century to rebuild.